Hello, good morning, good afternoon, depends where you are. So thank you for inviting me to speak at this conference. So today I will speak the role of product in social PLM collaboration. And practically I would like to speak about how to connect three words: PLM, social, and the cloud. Now, before I will do so, you probably know me for last few years from a company called Inforbix. And as you also probably know, Autodesk announced the acquisition of technology and product a week ago. So practically today it's actually my first. And I will speak about PLM, and I will speak about cloud applications, and I will try to connect product data to this story and speak about social as well. I'm sorry for some disconnection. I'm just trying to operate this environment. It's unusual. So, three words: PLM, cloud, and social. We probably know about PLM for the last decade, and product lifecycle management get developed. Quite many companies started to use product lifecycle management, and I can see that enterprises, manufacturing companies, actually understood and accepted the value of product lifecycle management. On the other side, there are two new words in the story. Two new words are actually cloud and social. Speaking about what is going today in the technology and what are three main technological trends that we can see these days. And one of them is clear: internet. Internet is something that we use in every place today. I believe the value of internet is clear these days, and we certainly getting it as part of our everyday life, even if it's our private life and even if it's our business life. So we connect it with different applications. We connect it with the messaging. We connect it with the website when we need to get the information. We know. The second trend is mobile, with new devices, way to get connected when we out of the desk, when we on the road, and when we're traveling. Mobile gets more and more powerful every day. And personally, I didn't believe that we will go so far, so fast. 10 years ago, we've been going everything on our desk, and we connected to devices through the browser and the personal computer. Today, we do more things using mobile devices, and we do more things using mobile experience rather than we do with our desktops and with our desktop computer. Think about collaboration. When we speak about collaboration, it's about how we can work together and to be able to communicate and to be able to get connected with different people. Mobile gets more and more powerful. Now the third one, it gets really interesting, is social. Now social is an interesting word in my view, because everything we do between people. It's sort of social. Yeah, we communicate between people. We interact. So it's about how to be social. So if you need to speak, if you need to make a decision, if you need to discuss anything that you have in our business, it's about social. And here the new way of communication gets in our life with the social trend. And it comes through the all social network and the all communication that people are getting using social applications like and many others. And it really gets more and more interesting every day because it's so powerful. We get connected back to our old friends. I can truly say that I'm more connected to my friends from the past 10 years today using social applications than I did it before. So the real question that we're asking ourselves is how social tools can help us to change the way, because today companies are running everything. It's about email. If you need to do something, you're sending email. And practically people are running everything using email. And the question, if social will change the way we're running communication, the way we collaborate, the way we do everything. A couple of years ago, I've been on COFIS. COFIS is the Congress of the Future Engineering Software. And the social topic came through discussion, and Jim Brown, the president of Tech Clarity, good blogging buddy, Jim said, you know what, we're not going to design an airplane on Facebook. So no way. We will not do it on Facebook. Actually, I do agree with Jim. We are not going to use the Facebook. But the question that I'm asking is how social will change the way we do our business and we do everything in our business. Let me talk about how the environment and our obviously in the company you have processes. You have processes for design, engineering, manufacturing, marketing. So everything is connected. And these processes is actually what you are running in the company in order to get things done from design, from the requirement, engineering, manufacturing, planning, then delivery, sales, and support. All these processes somehow connected, and but at the same time there are many applications and there are many systems that involve in these processes, and certainly we do some type of work with the email, and we do customer-oriented software, CRM software, then we do design, engineering, using the manufacturer and running manufacturing with the ERP tools and using a lot of other marketing for sales, support, and many others. So how to get it all together, how to get it work together, this is probably the question that many of you are asking, and how to make it efficiently. The important element of all processes is the information that you have behind of these processes. So if you think about all processes and everything that you have in your company, what I see is the biggest challenge, and one of the biggest challenges is the data. Which is the data challenge of manufacturing company is the data located in many places. Actually asking how to get the right data in front of us. How to get the right data in front of us to run a particular process, and right in front of us, and the data distributed in multiple places. Product data located in a PLM system, it can be product data located in sales environment, support environment, manufacturing environment. We take our social analogy with other social applications in the consumer space, and let's think about Facebook. The communication in Facebook is very efficient. I post picture, I get my friends involved. So then we can discuss it, and then we collaborate, communicate. I want to have the same efficient way to collaborate and communicate in a social way using applications in my company. And this is the biggest challenge that I believe we need to solve. Product lifecycle management, really social. Thinking about PLM for the last decade, we had many successful implementations of PLM that were done by people that really understood how to make it work, and people that invested money, and people that time, they actually made it work. But when I was talking, and still talking to people about PLM environment these days, people are saying the PLM environment is really complicated and expensive, and it takes time to configure and get it right. So what is the right way to do it and how to improve it? Speaking about data and information that's located in multiple places. The biggest challenge that I can see these days about product data is that product lifecycle management, as it was defined before and implemented before, always speak about central. We speak about central database where we can put everything and get and control this environment. Unfortunately, it's not always possible. If you talk, as you pay attention before, we have this data located in multiple places. So sales may have some data and use it for different purposes. A customer can have some data, and the customer can run, manufacturing, all other departments, all people together need to communicate on data that practically can be located in multiple places. And this is a challenge that I call how to move from database to a network. Now, when I'm saying network, I mean that data located in multiple places need to be interconnected and need to be communicated well between people, because database is a very slow and centralized environment. The network is the real power, because today the information can be available in a particular place in the network. Sometimes it's a specific application, or sometimes it's your device. So the question how to bring the power of network to the implementation, this is something that in my view will be one of the factors that will help to make product development social, because people will be interconnected in a similar way, be interconnected in the social networks, and the similar way be interconnected in the different social applications. So the question of how to get product lifecycle management implemented and how to get product lifecycle management done is the question where I start to speak about cloud as the option to bring product lifecycle management and environment in a faster and easier way. And remember, we speak in the beginning about Internet. Internet helps you to be on the same page with many people and many businesses. Because, if you run something on the Internet, it's always available. And you don't need to go through the complicated way to install. Speaking about modern generation today, people think about URL. What is the URL to get things done? Where should I go? So think about cloud as an option for product lifecycle management is an interesting way, in my view, to solve the problem of the today asking themselves, is it right investment for us to get everything done? Speaking about one of analysts in the space, Chad Jackson, the president of Lifecycle Insight, I want to quote what he said: the value of PLM is here, and it's how do you get past the critical mass of resources you need to get it going. So here's the place where a cloud plays a very important role, because cloud allows you to get things done with a very low amount of resources and with a very low and much lower level of investment that you need to do in the company. So you can start with a particular implementation, you can start with a particular process, you can start with something that will allow you to get your job done, for this particular problem that you have in your company, without going through the overall multi-year planning of the product lifecycle implementation. So this is the value of the cloud. Another question is how to access all applications that you need. So now we start to connect the concept of network and the concept of cloud. So if you have different applications, multiple applications running on the cloud, they can be interconnected and they can help you to access this application in a very easy way. So people can combine the power of network and the power of cloud, connecting information, connecting processes, and connecting operational environment. Let's speak a little bit about what actually happened until now and what prevented people from the implementation of an efficient way. Talking to many customers, and you can probably try to apply your experience in this, when you come into any manufacturing company, you obviously will speak about CAD management. Because, yes, everybody uses CAD system, and somehow you need to get managed. So everybody's doing CAD management. As soon as you move forward, you come to changes, and quite many companies, the question of BOM obviously come next, but still the percentage of companies that come into change processes and bill of materials are significantly lower than the number of companies that implemented the CAD management. So here we see three big capabilities that companies implemented: CAD management, change management, and engineering management. But not very often I've seen how companies can go further on this road and implement additional cycle of the implementation of CAD management, change management, BOM management, and further. It's quite long. And very often you start with these implementations and you pass a year or two going through this implementation cycle, and then you're stuck because it takes time, it takes resources, and after 2 years in the implementation, you very often can find yourself getting back to upgrades to the new CAD system, to the new versions. So it's very, very, very hard to get further and to have right processes and right applications and processes implemented. So cloud can solve the problem of the fast implementation of many processes and applications. Another aspect of deployment and usage of the product lifecycle application is how people should communicate. Very often, a product in PLM becomes a tool in engineering. But you probably know people in groups in the company are separated in the different silos. So you have engineering people, you have design people, but you also may have obviously marketing, sales, manufacturing, and others. So those groups are usually separated, and very often you can see them using different applications. So to create applications that can help them to communicate, to create tools that can help them to communicate, this is something that can be very efficient. And if you can connect them together, if you can allow them to speak and communicate with the right context and the right information. In this particular case, product information is one of the most important elements here. So then the decision can be driven by right context and the right data. So to connect people together, this is the one of the important elements of getting product lifecycle management and getting product implementation social. So again, product data plays a key role because it provides the context for communication. In the same way, pictures provide a context for communication on Facebook, and the same way product data provides a context for communication in the social PLM application. This slide is probably speak for itself. A couple of years ago, I've been speaking with one of the engineering managers in a manufacturing company, and it was just the beginning of the iPad and tablet. The comment that I got was about iPad, that it's such a useless device because it cannot do a half of what desktop application or computer or laptop can do, and practically it will not replace anything, so it does not go fly. It's not going to fly. Forget about this. It's not. At the same time, I've heard another opinion from his boss. And he said, but it's such a cool device. I really want to have it, regardless of what it does. So the question of other devices is a question of access. I don't really care if I'm in front of my laptop or I'm holding the tablet. So the question of how to get access, this is the most important question that manufacturing people that can hold a tablet device and get access to the right drawing. And think about service people that can get access to the right product information in the service department, and it's all connected in the network with the. So this is a very powerful idea in my view, and I think providing the right context that can be used for collaboration, it is very important thing that can actually solve and can actually make the PLM.
Like we have lost.
Let me speak about next factor. Next factor is how we organize applications.
Trying to reach him.
In the past, it was to think that we need to find the right product, try to find the right solution, usually coming from a system, or let's try to find the right package. And then everything will be fine. You know, we will have the right solution, everything will be connected, everything will work together, it's fine. However, as we speak before, I don't believe this is something that's going to happen, because all people that try to think about single product, I think it's very, very naive to think that we will be able to find. And it's very cumbersome because the environment is actually combined from multiple applications. So the key word here that will help us to get out trying to find a single product and a single application. So how to get solution granularly configured. So how to get the right pieces in place that provide you with the solution, provide you with something that, you know, if you use, you're probably familiar with the Apple slogan, if you have a problem. So today, really, on the App Store, you can find a application that can solve any problem that you have, application you install. And in most cases, you will have it solved. So the same idea can apply for the application, for the applications of the product lifecycle management. We need to make it work for the people, and it will help to solve the problem, because people come into the work with a problem, and the application that will help them to solve this problem, this is something that can be very powerful. Speaking about people, the question of making applications for everyone is another that can make. Because for most of the company, you will speak about PLM today, people will say, oh, this is something for engineering. Engineering project, they're running this management or whatever. But in fact, it's not true. Because in fact, the real solution and the real will come from the ability to make it social and work for everybody. So speaking about product data as something that interconnects different departments, making it granular way will make PLM for everyone with the right price, with the ease of use. This is something that will work also. So this is something that will make it really. Getting back to the story of installation, one of the key advantages of the cloud is how to make it run immediately. I don't want to go over the week, the implementation. We get PLM work instantly to be able to start fast and start using it fast and implement fast. This is one of the key things. And, this is something that will help people to use this application across because if people have problems today now and they see that they can have solution tomorrow, this is helpful. When they will know that solutions will come next year, people are not making long plans for the next year because the problems are today. So to make it work fast, it's important thing. So what is missing? We've been talking about cloud. We've been talking about social. So what is missing is community. Now today many people speak about communities. Obvious word, but at the same time, I think the real value of community is how to get people that developing products and how to get people that use this product. The ability of people to communicate pardon me, and the ability of people to get connected fast. This is something that can really make it powerful because people will be able to thinking about this conference that they are speaking now. I don't know how many people will be able to connect it through this community, through this virtual environment. This is something that makes it powerful. So community is important because it connects. So getting back to the point where I started, PLM, cloud, and social. How all these things can be connected together. So the conclusion that I'm making, and I believe, is that product data is a granular foundation to collaborate right. Granular foundation for people to work together. What it provides the right context for people. When I need to collaborate with somebody, I need to provide a piece of data that I need. Customer connected to a particular contextual view on product data will allow to make tools to collaborate, because then we will be doing it in a very natural way. We have a piece of data, we have an access to the right data, if it's in a browser, if it's in a mobile device, a tablet computer, and I have this access everywhere, not only in my support service desk, I have this access in a manufacturing desk. in the field. So to have this right data in front of people to communicate, it's something that will help to collaborate and the key to become social. So this is what I wanted to talk about today.
Thank you, Oleg. It's time for some of the questions, and if there are things that you would like to hear again, please feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Okay, we have a question from maybe Danielle. PLM 360 ready for Facebook?
Or is this the future? As I mentioned when I was talking, we're not going to design things on the Facebook. Facebook is a social tool to connect between people. If people will be connecting for the product development, I don't think this is the case. What I believe is that many companies will try to simulate the Facebook-like tools and the Facebook experience, because this is something that people like and this is something that people found useful. So we can see many social tools that today in the enterprise software outside of the consumer space that sometimes look similar to Facebook and sometimes operate similar to Facebook. So I think the one part of the answer is that people will try to use the experience that we are learning from Facebook and from other social tools. So from that standpoint, I believe we can see some similarity between tools that enterprise software companies are developing and Facebook. Now, on the other side, the Facebook as a tool platform that helps you to connect to your customers. This is where it really gets important. So people will be using Facebook and information in the Facebook, data in the Facebook, to get feedback from customers and to glean some requirements from customers. This is another place where social tools will be important. Okay, the question that I see, if PLM is in the cloud, how is it possible backup and restore data? Think about other cloud applications today. Let's think about Google applications. So how you can back up your Gmail. Actually, you can back up your Gmail. You can connect Gmail to a particular set of tools. Email. You can do it using different tools. You can do it using thinking about openness. If PLM is on the cloud, you need to have a way to back up your data. Exactly the same way you think about your PLM company IT data center and back up your data from IT data center. So I don't see a big difference between your IT data center and cloud if tools are open and allow you to manipulate the data. In this particular case, download data and backup this. Next question, is there going to be a way to have end users of the product to have input in the PLM? Yeah, I think it's a great question, because this is the place where social networks and other social platforms like Twitter and Facebook getting connected to the PLM environment. I think it will start happen because to get information and to glean information from the social platforms is something that's very important. And I don't believe it happens today effectively. On the other side, I can see other companies and people online are trying to get data online and trying to get data from a different social platforms. You can probably hear it as a trend which called big data. It becomes really important, and I think we will see it more in the future. So next question, can you see any scope of social PLM in 3D visualization, like AutoView visualization tool? You see, personally, I don't see a difference between 3D visualization and bill of material view. Because in some cases people need to have 3D, and in some cases people need to see the part list and bill of material. So I think to be able to socialize on any piece of data, it's something that will help to improve the collaboration. And if it's 3D, it's okay. If it's 3D, it's something that's needed to people for the particular type of collaboration, because, you know, if I need to see this 3D view, if this is the type of the work that I am doing now, yes, we need to provide it. We just need to see the particular piece of information, like approve or not approve. You know, it's okay too. Okay, the next question, is there any possibility to connect to PDM or ERP systems? I think the industry is trying to connect PDM and ERP systems for the last 15 or even 20 years. I think every time I came to the manufacturing companies after they successfully implemented CAD management, CAD data management, and they get to the change management and bill of material, the first question is how to integrate PDM to ERP. So it should happen, and it's a very important element of the information accessibility, because the part of information is in ERP and part of information in PDM, and people don't care where it's located. So I think the integration should be. It was a great pleasure speaking here, and thanks again.